discussion. Continuing on what is all about this particular presentation, it's more interactive. IJEX, as I mentioned, is India Jewelry Exposition, which was initiated by GJPC after the SEPA agreement was done. It's been a year now that IJEX has been there. We have had around 27 exporters who have been incubated through IJEX, and 4 of them have been successfully had their own business startup. As I said, there are 2 most important pillars for any economy. One is the resident population. So when we look at the numbers, the most interesting number is the urban population and the rural as well. That's where the entire buying also happens. We look at male, female, and then we are looking at, this is the most important thing, the numbers which are 38% are Indians. So this is where the entire jewelry buying starts. We are looking at millennials, which are around 68%. The next slide is quickly about tourism. So in last 6 months, we had around 9.3 million visitors who came. And this is what I was talking about. These are the numbers that we need to look at, you need to consider when you're getting into new market, just to understand what sort of jewelry is going to work. That's very important. So there are a lot of things people are doing, the generic stuff. There are a lot of designers coming in, which is a very, very good thing for Dubai. So this is a quick run through about the numbers. The next, what are the key trends where we are looking at? Retail is growing very fast. Within the new ITRA itself, we had around 87 new retails that started last year. Also, there are Indian retailers who are coming into the market, and that's where the entire dynamics are changing. It's more focused towards gold, so 21 carat is predominantly very strong in the market. But of course, there are a lot of new designs which are coming. And typically, very Emirati designs which were in gold are being done in diamonds today. So there's a big shift into the consumers as well who are consuming gold jewelry. They are slightly moving towards the diamond side of it because of the aspiration. They don't want to be in the yellow metal kind of thing. They're moving in towards the diamond side of it. Gemstones are growing in popularity, so there's a big market for gemstones as well. And designs are important. Everybody is looking at very trendy designs. They just want to be, it's an evening wear kind of a thing, nothing very heavy, less of gold shown, more of diamond. And then, of course, we know that CVD is getting into the market. This is, again, one of the points to understand when it comes to designers, right? We call them as influential influencers who are 60%. These are the millennials who are there. They are the most influential segment in the Middle East today. Even there's a lot of report from Visa, MasterCard, and they're talking about what the buying patterns about millennials are. So they have a strong buying appetite as of now. 31% of UAE population is in the workforce are millennials, which is a big number. So that's where the entire buying comes in, the power for buying comes in. 4% of the millennials are shifting to lightweight Arabic inspired designs. So when I was talking to one of the manufacturers, it's the best thing that he already mentioned that I'm doing something with Arabic inspired design. So that's what is working as well in the market. It's very important to have a fusion of Indian and Arabic. That's where the entire journey starts. So these are influential influencers. Now, let's look at the target markets quickly. When everything comes into the Middle East, when we say, it mostly lands in Dubai. That's United Arab Emirates. And this is what GCC is all about. So we have Kuwait, that's the population, and that's the breakdown in female and expat population. Just to give you a quick overview of it, we deep dive later into every country separately when you are there. That's our role. So when you guys come in there, that's going to be our role to make you understand what is selling where, what's the kind of designs which are selling, what are the price points, what are the qualities that are selling. So all those things we give you as sort of a support. So the least population you will see in Bahrain, which is today the smallest country in terms of population in the GCC, but they have big buying appetite. So it's not based on population that, how it is placed. Saudi has got a very big population as well. We have done a quick market segmentation about, this is pertaining to UAE market. We have done a market segmentation about retail. So when we look at this particular market segmentation, we look at boutiques, we look at mono brands, we look at kiosks. So there are a lot of kiosks which are there in the malls where designers have their own jewelry, which is initial price point jewelry. So it's nothing fancy which is there. We have departmental stores, semi-boutiques. You see the biggest chunk comes from the 22 carat stores. But when I'm saying 22 carat stores, it doesn't mean that these stores are only having gold, okay? So there's diamond element to it. Every retailer there has a segment called 22 carat segment. So whether he could have 5 stores, 10 stores, depending on his entire network, this is classified. So if you look at this 3, that's 22 carat stores, 18 carat, which is basically, it is catering to the Arabic segment, but more of diamond into that and gold jewelry as well. And then you have the 21 carat. If you're looking at, even if you're looking at doing any sort of designs in diamond, would possibly look at 14 as well, because as the gold prices are going up, there's a lot of shift that's happening towards a lower caratage. The other market segmentation is the wholesale market segmentation. So when you're looking at the wholesale market segmentation, again, we have broken it down into the exclusive 22 carat. We have 21, 18, and then you have all 3 and the 2. So this is for the gold guys to understand whether you want to go to an wholesaler, if you're specifically going and wanting to meet a wholesaler, or you want to go to the retail directly. If you look at the retail segmentation, when we said 68% of the retail in the UAE is 1 to 5 stores. So they are the smaller format stores which are there. So you don't have big corporates as much, but you have people who have 1 to 5 stores. That's 68%, which is a bigger chunk. So you always have an opportunity to directly go to the retailer, talk to the retailer. Only thing is he needs to have the bandwidth to buy what quantities you want to sell to him, and also it depends upon whether he has got an import license or not. So that's where you need to get support from the wholesale guy. So that's what it helps you to get into the market. Quick one. This is the product segmentation when we are talking about. So we looked at top 3 importing countries. So we're looking at India, which imports around 26%. Turkey imports very close to India, 21%. And then we have Italy. So we have a lot of opportunities to increase our import, because if you look at what Turkey also supplies, it's looking at 21 and 18. And I think with our designs, if we can do amazing jewelry, it's going to be in 2118, we could increase these numbers. Now we look at region-wise. South Asian generally use 85% of gold and 15% of diamond. GCC MENA is very high, 60-40. Western European, 5% gold, 95% diamond. Same thing with CIS, this Russian countries and East Europeans. East Europeans, again, there's a lot of shift happening towards the CVD. Now let's quickly have a look at the designs. When we are talking about South Asians, they are looking at design, which is light, amazing designs, but lightweight, trendy with traditional fusion. They are looking at, so typically there used to be something called as Mariam necklace, which is a very Emirati, but today you feel, when you look at it, it's there in diamond and it's completely fusion. So that's where design is very important. That's where your product is going to get into the market. Then you have GCC MENA. They generally look at gifting is the most important thing. Bridal, twins. Twins is what is called as Dibla, and the tennis. That's what happens. You have, for the Western Europeans, you have the classic, lab-grown, similar things with the Eastern Europeans as well. Now let's get into a quick look at what IJEX, utilizing IJEX platform. When we say it's a value proposition, if you come to IJEX, okay, what you're doing is you're just paying 4,50,000 Indian rupees for 3 months. That's it. So we have just put some numbers here to realize the value proposition. Imagine you're setting up an office in Dubai, okay? A small 10 square meter. So don't go on this office is like, okay, it's not a big office. It just could be a 12, 15 square meter space. You will end up paying $7,800 every month. This is what you're going to do, okay? And you don't have a guarantee of buyers coming to you. At the same time, you come to IJEX, you're just paying 50% of it. With what we do is we support you with the buyers. Of course, it has to be a product. You need to have a sort of an inventory which matches the market. We have a toolkit, which is an IJEX toolkit where it helps you understand what you need to do. There are SOPs in place. So you get all the support for this price. Now you're going to ask me why this is still high, because if you look at this price, this is 4,50,000 divided by 3. This is a per month price. Your other biggest cost is your staff staying there for 3 months. That's it. Besides that, you're not paying for anything. So this is a value proposition from IJEX. This is what you get. What support you get from us? So we do connect with buyers. We do your regulatory support. So tomorrow, if you're coming there and you feel that your product is good, you're going to be in the market, we're going to get you support for going through the entire process. Market expertise we have networking opportunities, we give consultancy, and it's called as an exhibition space. So we give a letter from India as well, when you go there for the exhibition space. Just a quick look at what IJEX is, where it is. So if you look at this particular layout, this is the main entrance. We have a reception. These are the cubicles. So they are different sizes, the smallest one being around 10 square meters and the biggest one being 17 square meters. But the pricing for all the cubicles is the same. It's a first come, first served basis. That's how it works. This is a safe where we have. So as I mentioned, the jewelry will be given to each and every exporter in the morning. When it's there in their offices, they take care of the insurance. Evening, it will be given back to the safe storage, where we have $1 million insurance for the exporter. So this batch, what we have right now, it's full for August, September, and October. The next one will start in November, so we'll have it for November, December, Jan. And that's how it goes every 3 months. But we have got a lot of requests from designers as well, where we want to try and do it for a shorter format, possibly for a week or something, where we try to give them a window. We try to help them about how business works, because probably they don't have the bandwidth of being there for 3 months. Okay, so this was a quick run through the presentation. I know there'll be a lot of questions. We have short of time, but I can take up some questions if you want. And I think we had a one-on-one session, which was quite helpful. So sometimes, when you are getting into something, you want to know more, I think it was better to have a quick one-to-one session. But if you have any questions, I can quickly answer your questions. Yes. See, it all depends upon, yeah.
It's okay.
Well,
Okay. Yeah, hi. Why is this entire program just for 3 months and not more as such, Why not for a year?
We started because we started to understand the quarter, right? If you look at any jewelry, when you're doing your jewelry, you do your PD or you do anything based on the season. Okay, so when you're doing your PD, you look at it, when you do your PD, it'll be there for 3 months, not more than 3 months. So if I'm getting my first lot and keeping it there, I'm doing a certain PD, right? I wouldn't immediately do it. So I want to give that sort of an exposure, and I feel that, looking at the product side of it, we decided, again, the cost implication for people who are going to stay there, there's a visa issue, so it's all about that. It's not about just 3 months. But for example, tomorrow if you feel that, okay, fine, I'm doing this, and if you don't have a wait list, we can extend it for 3 months. So there is a possibility if there's no wait list. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Hi.
So please sit down.
which is the best season period? And if you want to come there and just we want to see the places, is it possible?
Yeah. I mean, you're most welcome. It's your office. I mean, there's nothing that you can come. We would, in fact, say that don't come and immediately be a part of this. Okay. First, come there, see the facility, see the office, see the market, see where we are located. First, be sure that you want to put your money onto this particular project. Then you come. And as a GJPC, we want to support the trade. So it's not about it. So I'm not saying that you come in, that you have to come and do it in November. No. I have had a gentleman who was there last year, as he mentioned as well, and still is thinking about it. So that's really nice. I've met someone who's still looking at it. So that's how it works. Yeah. So I think we had a short of time. I can answer you all one-on-one, please, because I think we'll just finish it now. So really, thank you very much, and I'm really sorry about this, but that's how it is. Thank you, and we'll have one-to-one if you all have any questions. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Photo?
Well, Ashish, I really want to thank you for pulling this off so well like this, and no doubt on your caliber, you can do it best. Well, thanks to the